Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be having a look at cashbook questions and also petty cashbook questions. So we're going to be first starting with a petty cashbook question, and here we go. So it basically is talking about Kuda Mposa who maintains a petty cashbook and he uses an imprest system. So what is an imprest system? So an imprest system is simply just a small payment that is usually given to the business whenever you're doing these small day-to-day expenses. So it's just the amount that is kept aside, and you have to bring down the balance usually for this. Now the first question is telling us to give an advantage, to give an advantage of this imprest system. So let's have a look at this. So as I told you, an imprest system is just a value that is kept aside, and it's usually kept so that we can track the day-to-day expenses. So one advantage can be is you can say used to control the petty cash expenditure, because after all, what a petty cash book basically records all these small transactions, and so an imprest system is also used to control this petty cash book. Another one you can say it can help reduce fraud. So you can write many. You can also say maybe the cash that is left should equal to this imprest system. Okay, and this way you can basically control the petty cash expenditure. So without further ado, now let's just post these accounts into the petty cash book. So the first one, let's see, it's saying on 1st March, it's telling us, on 1st March 2015, it's telling us the balance of Kuda Mposa's petty cash book is $100. So basically we're going to start from there. We have to bring down that balance. We're going to start from there because of course for any imprest system you have to bring down the balance. So on March 1st, you're just going to write balance BD, and for any imprest system question you always have to record it on this side of the cash book. Okay, you record it there. So we've done that transaction, so that one is done right here, and now we just put in these transactions. It's quite easy. So the first transaction is on March 6th. So March 6th, it's telling us we are paying $13, okay, to the postage. Okay, so you just basically go, you write on March, what was it? It's March 6th. You just write postage here, and then you post the payment. So you write $13 in the total paid right here, and also in the postage because that's postage. So just like that you have to do for all transactions. It's quite simple. The next one is on March 11th. March 11th we are buying tea and coffee, and we're buying it for $5. So this is March 11th. We're buying tea and coffee, and we are spending what was it, $5, was it? Yeah, $5. So we're spending $5, which is going to be in total paid, and this should be in general expenses. Okay, the next one is so we've done the first two. The next one is saying we purchased stationery, so that's easy, $27. So March 14th, was it? Yeah, March 14th we are buying stationery, so the total paid was $27, and I put this in the stationery account. The next one, so we've done that. So the next one, we're paying T Masuka a credit supply $15. So this should be in the ledger account, and this is on 18th March. So on March 18th, it's very important to write the dates because you get 1 mark for that. So on March 18th, we're paying T Masuka. We're paying him a value of $15, and this should be in the ledger account. Okay, the next one, let's have a look at this. It is telling us, so we've done this. It's telling us we have received a refund for damaged stationery. Okay, we have received a refund for damaged stationery. Now, whenever we are receiving, basically the business is getting the money. Okay, so in this case, it's not an expense. If you think about it, it's not an expense because I'm not spending anything. So basically what you do for this type of account or this type of transaction, you just have to write here, okay, you can just say, for example, refund of stationery. I'm just going to use 2 spaces. This was on I believe March 21st, so March 21. So where you record this is right here on the total received column, $10, because I'm gaining that money, I'm getting the money, I'm not using it. Okay, so you do nothing else to the total paid, or you do nothing to the expenses, I'm getting it. Okay, so you have to remove it from your daily expenses. It's just like, where you put your imprest system, you also put this. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We are now paying the window cleaner on 26th, so quite straightforward. On March 26th, you can say window cleaner. So window cleaner, the window cleaner, we are paying him a total of $12. Okay, and this should be in the general expenses. Okay, because the window should be in the general expenses. And then finally, we are paying P. Zonga a credit supply. So on March 29th. So we simply come here. March 29th, we're paying P. Zonga. And we are paying him a value of $16. So total paid $16, and this will be in the ledger account. Okay, so there you go. Those were all the accounts. Now it's the easy part. You just have to balance the accounts. So what I usually do is do a line here, line here, line here, line here, line here, and line here. We just have to add the totals. So here it's quite straightforward. 13 double line, 27 double line, 12 double line, 16. Oh wait, yeah, here is 31 double line. Okay, so now we add it with a calculator. 13 plus 5 plus 27 plus 15 plus 12 and plus 16, which gives you 88 right there. So that gives you a value of 88. And then remember, the imprest system was 110. Okay, if you add that too. So then the balance BD, the balance brought down, is basically 110 minus 88, which is 22. Okay, which is 22. So the balance BD is 22, and you get a mark for that. So as simple as that. Now let's answer some of the theory questions. It's telling us, state the amount required to restore the imprest on 1st April 2015. So on 1st April 2015, remember, it was $100, right? To restore this, we have a balance BD of 22. Okay, so if you do 100 minus 22, 100 minus 22, that should give you a value of 78. So that is the imprest system. So basically, you just have whatever you got your balance, you just minus it from your imprest system. That will be the amount to restore. It says name the account which would be credited with this amount. Okay, that would be the bank. Okay, because we are restoring it, or you can also say that cash. Okay, bank or cash would be correct. It's saying name the ledger account in which the transaction of 21st March would be recorded. So we go to 21st March, it's stationery, and we're receiving stationery. So that would be on the debit side of stationery. So stationery. Okay, stationery because we're getting the stationery. Okay, now we have another question right here, and this question is talking about updating the cash book only, and it looks like there's only the bank column. Okay, so here it's telling us we have the balance BDs here. Okay, and here we have the transactions. So let's do this now. Okay, so we start off. It's telling us that we have to bring down the balance of a debit balance of $114. Okay, on 1st February. So debit balance 1st February. Yeah, it's already brought down. Okay, we don't need it then. And it's telling us the bank statement showed a credit balance of 154. Okay, credit balance of 154, and on 31st January 2015. The comparison of the cash book and the bank statement revealed the following. So here we have a cash book and we have a bank statement. So I'm only going to be doing the cash book for now, because the bank statement is another topic. And this value right here that they give you, 154, it's usually used in the bank statement as the balance of the bank statement. So we will be needing that. So here what we are interested in is basically the items that appear on the bank statement but not on the cash book. We're recording those ones. Okay, so we're recording the ones that we're recording these ones basically. So let's begin. So it says the first one is bank charges. A bank charge would always be in the credit side because you're losing money. So 1st Feb, you write bank charges. So bank charges would be $62. Then the next one is telling us that we are receiving a check from K Tyler, which was dishonored. Okay, so a dishonored check is again on the credit side. Okay, so this was on again 1st Feb. So dishonored check was of 143. The next one is telling us that the interest on the deposit account was paid directly into the bank. Okay, the interest and the interest was 130. That should be in the debit side because I'm getting bank interest. Interest is you're getting money into the business, so it's 130. And then it's telling us oh, I forgot one, insurance premium paid, so we can add that. So insurance is on the credit side because it's an expense, so you have to credit the bank, debit the expense account. And then finally, the loss when the total of the debit side of the cash book has been had an overcost of $100. So whenever there's an overcost on the debit balance, meaning you have charged 100 more on the debit balance. So to remove that, you just go on the credit balance and you write error of correction $100. So this would basically cancel that debit balance. Okay, and then finally you just balance the account. So double line. Here will be 345. And here you do a balance carry down, and this will be 101, and this will be 345. And then on 1st Feb you bring down the balance, so balance brought down 101. So there you go, that's how you prepare your bank column. Now let's have a look at this. Question 3 is telling us John is a trader, and on 1st February his bank account had a debit balance of 450. So it had a debit balance of 450, and the following transactions took place. So again, we have to only record the cash book. So the first one is we're buying goods from on credit from Abdul. So we're buying goods. That means we're spending money. That means there's going to be a credit balance. Okay, because we're spending. So that means on Feb 6th we are paying Abdul $600. And then after that, we made cash sales. So you're gonna was there any balance PD? Yeah, okay, there was, sorry. Debit balance. Okay, so we have to record that. Balance PD 450. This was again on Feb 1st. Then on Feb 2nd, we get this Feb 2nd, sorry. On Feb 2nd, we are making a cash sales of 150, which costed us $90. So basically you just record how much profit you got. No, sorry. 1 second. So this will be, yeah, wait 1 second. So it's a cash sales, and this is only the bank column. So there you go. It's a tricky question. I was just having a look at that. So it's telling us it's a cash sale. So that means we're receiving cash. So if we're receiving cash, you do not record it. So it's a tricky question right there because this is only the bank column. That would be recorded in the cash column. Okay, so if you would have understood that, yeah. Sorry. Okay, the next one is we're paying cash $100 into the bank. So now that means you will have to credit cash but debit bank. So that means here you have to do something. So on 3rd Feb, we just say cash of $100. And then the next one is on 4th, we're taking drawings, $50 in cash. So we took drawings, so then that's going to be on 4th. You just write cash. Oh, sorry, even this you don't record. Yeah, this cash, sorry. So you have to be careful about that. So now you just balance, I think. Yeah, that should be it. Paid Abdul in full by check, which we have already recorded. Okay, so we seem to recorded it before, but okay, no problem. So we have recorded that and we're done. So say this would be 600. This would be a balance carry down of 50. That should be 600. Then you double line, balance BD $50. So there you go, guys. Let's just do the part B. It says identify the transaction which reduced John's capital. So you just have to debit the drawings. Okay, guys, so that will mark the end of today's video. I did a few questions of each. We had a bank column, we did a petty cash book. If you want to see more types of videos like this, do comment down below. I'll try to do as many as I can like this, just for more practice. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.